neighborhood epoxy artist. Big Mitch here from Stone Coat Epoxy. Happy to have you. We are doing a quick little demo live at a trade show. And if you're an epoxy contractor, if you're a contractor of any sort, whenever I mix up epoxy, you're going to get a crowd to stop. So if you're at your local trade show, you're at a home show looking for leads, and you're a contractor, don't just have your pieces set up. Bring some epoxy, bring some plastic. It's a little bit of work up front, but you're going to get people stopping. As soon as you start mixing, they're going to watch what the heck you're doing, and you could sell yourself, you could sell your business, you could sell the products. In this case, I'm selling the products and how easy it is to coat over your brand new or old countertops. So I'm going to get working right now. We have a demo going on in the background too, so it's a little bit loud, a little bit crazy. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. And we got a double live going. We got YouTube down low and we got Instagram in the house. What's up, everybody? I'm Mitch with Stone Coat Epoxy, your friendly neighborhood epoxy guru. I hope everyone's having a lovely Sunday. We are live right now at the Texas Woodworking Festival in Austin, Texas, day 2, and we're showcasing our brand new wood shop epoxy. So just like our flooring, we completely revamped our woodworking. We had a couple woodworking products to suffice that customer, but that wasn't good enough. We've leveled up, we've added revolutionary, awesome products to our system that make it a cohesive system, top to bottom, to river tables, charcuterie boards, any sort of woodworking. That's what we're showcasing here. And until the end of the month, use code WOODSHOP to save 20% off all of our brand new woodworking products. But today I'm doing a countertop, one of the most commonly requested countertops that I install, and that is soapstone. But I'm doing it a little bit different. If you haven't heard, we've got brand new epoxy paste colors. We've got ebony luster today, and I'm using passion top cell white. What this is, when you want the lacing, when you want the foam on your ocean pours, this is the unlock. This is the secret ingredient that makes everybody an ocean professional, but it also looks very, very good in our soapstone. So today we're using Speed Cure Countertop Pro. It's a 1-to-1 product, and we mix it for about 2 minutes. This product is designed for the epoxy professional who knows what they're doing. It's a little bit faster to work with, unlike our normal do-it-yourself epoxy that you have, 70 minutes to work with. You got about 50 minutes to work with this one before you really, but you want to mix it, color it, and get it out of the bucket for that longest working time. So I like using a drill on a paddle mixer, and with Speed Cure Pro, it's a thicker product, cures and is ready for the next step in about 4 hours. But being thicker, you got to do a better job at mixing, so don't rush that step. The most important step of any epoxy project is that initial mix. If you don't do this right, it doesn't matter how beautiful it looks, because it's never going to cure right. But we've simplified this system, guys. Our products are zero VOC. There's no nasty smell. You could use these in a small area and not gas out yourself or your loved ones. It's designed to go over existing surfaces, or you could go right over, in this case, brand new MDF. How's it going, sir? Have you ever used epoxy before? Nice. Well, what I'm doing right now is I'm mixing up epoxy to make this look like a soapstone. So we have a woodworking epoxy. We also have a countertop epoxy that can go over old laminate, old worn out countertops and make them look brand new without taking them to the dump. So it's a pretty cool, real simple product that we designed for the do-it-yourselfer. So if you're handy at all, you can redo your countertops for 10 times less than it would cost for a contractor to show up weeks late and make a complete mess in your house. So this is a product from Stone Coat Epoxy. We also have a YouTube channel that teaches you every step of the way. I make the videos and I go into customers' homes and show how to prep the countertops properly, how to protect your cabinets, floor, and then we have dozens and dozens of different finishes that you can make. Australia, he's been watching. What's up, buddy? Welcome back. Guys, let us know where you're watching from. And you guys should have been here in Austin. The woodworking show has been a great time. Good response, a lot of good folks here. The folks are loving the wood table we put together with our brand new woodworking products. All right, now that we're mixed, I'm gonna take this mixed resin and pour it into my separate mixing cups. And that's when we're gonna add the colorants to it. And most of my projects always start out with, I have base colorants, which in this case are gonna be 2 different blacks. And then I have my accent colorants. This is my white. You guys, have you seen the soapstone before? That's kind of what I'm gonna go with, but I'm gonna add a little bit of blue and I'm gonna add some of that sparkle. But soapstone, I was in the granite industry for over a decade, and soapstone is a very difficult stone to actually live with. It's soft. It's not an easy, especially if you have kids, they're gonna ruin it. So Stone Coat Epoxy is practically kid-proof. You can make it look like Carrara marble. Carrara marble is another one that's very difficult to live with. All right, let's go. We're gonna tint our blacks. This is a paste. You have, there's 3 different colorants when it comes to epoxy. You've got pastes, which is a metallic and a dye. You've got dyes, and you have good old-fashioned metallic powders, which are metals and minerals. But this ebony luster here is awesome. It's a black dye, but it has a shimmer to it. It's kind of hard to show on camera, so I'm sorry to the lives, but it is so pretty. Mix up that. It mixes very easily, and you don't need much. It's very, see if you could see that. It's probably too hard to see, isn't it? Can you see that shimmer in there? Probably not. So hard. Blacks are so hard to see on camera. So that's our ebony luster. It's got a shimmer and it's got a black dye. This is just going to be plain old black dye. And you can see very little, goes a very long way. We're competing with a demo on the center stage, so I'm gonna have to speak up. Can you guys hear me okay? And also, we've got Becca, the social media superstar, behind our live today. So go ahead and ask any questions. She's gonna holler them out at me as you do that. And let me know in the comments if you've ever used our epoxy to create anything, and let us know what project it was. So here's this top cell white. This stuff is a secret sauce to get the selling and the ocean foam, and we're going to use this to accent our 2 shades of black. And we're going to do that by doing veins. I'm going to actually pour a little bit more in here. Our speed cure is sandable in thank you, Becca, in about 4 hours, which is pretty fast. This product was designed so you can get in and pour in a customer's home in the same day. You could do this whole project in one day. They could use the countertops the next day, which is pretty amazing. Our DIY system, it's about a 2 to 3 day process, but you could still use the countertops in about 3 days, which is pretty fast. So that's a metallic powder. These are actual metals and minerals. They're also cosmetic grade. We do have gold. You want to see a gold? All right, we could grab a gold. Yeah, for sure. I'll save a little. I got some epoxy right here to add some gold in. Well, isn't that blue pretty? Yeah.
Looks like automotive paint.
Right. You'll see this in there. So it's a very similar. Some of those candy paint jobs have these sort of powders in them. A lot finer micron. So that's called diamond dust. This is almost liquid diamonds. It gets airborne. Kind of gets everywhere. But again, these are not bad for you. They're cosmetic grade. You can make eyeshadow and all that kind of stuff out of it. See, so look at that. Crazy. Yeah. All right. Now that we have our colors mixed, we got to get them out of the bucket quick, because the longer they sit in the bucket, your working time starts to lower. So let's get these 2 blacks on our board, and that's going to be our base. I'm not too worried about this blue. I'll just mix that in there and hide it. Epoxy's quite forgiving too. I'm not worried at all about that, because I'm bringing. So this is my ebony luster. Now I'm just going to pour random puddles of this. And now this is just my plain black dye. So see the difference? See how one has a little metallic shimmer in it and one doesn't? So instantly, just these two colors is gonna make something cool. Rather than just throwing a plain old black down, we'll get some cool stuff going on just instantly with these two shades of black. And what I wanna show today is, like, I'm gonna be using all these colors, and I could stop at any time and have a finished countertop. So as a contractor doing this for a living, I'll do that. I'll mix up my product. I'll put down these two colors. I'm gonna meld it just with my gloved hands, real simple. So I'm gonna use these top parts of my digits. And right now I'm looking to move the epoxy into the dry area. So I'm trying not to meld. I'm just moving my resin into the dry areas in their own puddles, right? Walk that over. Walk this over. Now I got my other black, kind of come up here with it. It's okay that a little white gets in there because I'm gonna come meld this whole thing. You don't need any fancy tools to do this. You could pour right over your old countertops. As long, you know, we teach you how to protect your cabinetry and your floor so the epoxy stays where you want it to. But with the long working time, you don't have to be in any sort of crazy rush. This epoxy's a little cold from sitting in this air-conditioned warehouse. But see, look what the white did, just that little bit of white that was on my fingers, right? Isn't that cool? So now that I have it kind of spread out, I'm gonna now just randomly meld these together. That's gonna marbleize those a little bit more, but I wanna keep some empty spaces. I'm doing this right now. I got brand new shoes, and like my wife hollered at me and said, if I get epoxy on those, I'm never buying those again. So, you see all the air bubbles in there? That's from mixing and working with it. A blowtorch, a heat gun, even a blow dryer will eliminate the air bubbles. So you just sweep the surface, air bubbles come right out. See them popping? And again, you could use a heat gun if you're nervous about this. There's even sprays you could put on that pop the bubbles. So now, that, pretty dark, but that could be a finish pretty much on its own. I'm gonna grab 91% isopropyl and mist that on top. That hammers those, see the mica colors that are now selling and fracturing? That's a whole nother look. It also takes the white and sells it and does some pretty cool stuff in there. So that's the look I want next. I'm gonna now, okay, that could be, the customer wants it dark, you got dark. We're gonna add a little bit of white to this piece now. And I'm gonna do this in phases. So this is my top swell white. I'm just gonna grab my stick and drizzle some on randomly. I might have a little too much, but that's, take the gloved hands again, and I'm gonna skip this around. I'm kind of creating a little bit of a background for what I'm about to do. I'm not over melding, I'm just kind of skipping it around. I love that look. I'm gonna bring a little bit more. So if this is your kitchen, you know, I'm laying all the black out. Then I'm gonna go slam all the white. And as I work my way back, I'm just gonna randomly meld it because this material moves, melds all on its own. The epoxy really does a lot of the hard work for you. And we even, if you're nervous about color kits too, if you're not good with colors, on our website, we have a bunch of epoxy kits that have all the colors that we provide. We provide you colors that work well together in proper ratios. We have videos on the YouTube channel that show you how I create all these. So let's check it out now with that ISO one more time. Watch what it does to the white and black. So just right there, now just that small amount of white, bam, that's pretty sweet. I love it. That is so pretty right there, right? That could be done now too, okay? Now your customer goes, no, too dark still, sir. I want more white, so let's do it. We're coming in crazy now.
Too dark, sir.
Okay, you got it.
Too dark.
You got it, I'm so sorry. Bear with me, bear with me. And this will happen. I've poured in front of customers and it gets pretty crazy. So now I'm coming in with heavier veins. I try to do this without getting it on my floor. But I grab this bigger stick. Oh, that's gonna be sweet. And soapstone has a variation. Now this little guy, I don't quite like that because I was just trying to keep it off my floor. So I could just come in here and do this. That's my eraser now. That's gone. I love this vein, how that does it. That's natural, but now I want thin stuff, thin veins. Soapstone has a variation of real small, medium, couple big ones, and it kind of can veer off one another. So now I'm gonna come in with little guys, and I just let some fall off, and I'm gonna come across. Oh. Bam. Now if you hate that, you can erase it again one more time, or we can come in here with the heat. As you warm the resin, it's going to be popping those air bubbles. And it also, as the epoxy starts to thicken, it'll exaggerate the isopropyl on top. But you see what this cell white does all by itself? You don't even have to touch that, and it starts doing some amazing, amazing things. So we have a few more things to add. I've got this diamond dust. So you could also bring some of this diamond dust alongside this vein. Bring in some sparkles. You can drizzle diamond dust veins. Oh, that's pretty. It's real subtle. I like it in that white too. I'm gonna bring some right here. And then I'm gonna bring in more white. All right, we're gonna add some blue too. Yeah, me too. And I haven't even mixed the gold yet. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna run out of time. I love what the alcohol does. The alcohol can take away some of the man-made look. When you get the squiggles when you're nervous, so I'm always trying to move across the board, but it can take, oh my goodness gracious. You also can go bigger droplets. So drop like a puddle of it, and this is propyl, 9% water. The alcohol thins the resin, the water down and pushes your colors. But that amount of water is able to evaporate before this cures, so it'll lay back out perfectly smooth. Again, we have a bunch of, man, that's looking so good. Let's get some blue in here now. And you could, what's that? Yeah, you guys see better now? Yeah, let us know if that looks any better. It's hard. We're in front of a live studio audience here, so we got YouTube live going, we got Instagram live. Subscribe to us on Stone Coat Countertops on YouTube. We teach you how to do this every step along the way. So let's bring in some of this blue. So this blue makes a real pretty accent too. We're gonna build us a nice vein right here, real fast. And I'm not even thinking too much about what I'm doing either. I'm just layering colors at this point. What other color do I got? That's it. A little more diamond dust. Diamond dust is mine and a girl's best friend. I love this stuff. It's almost in every piece. And then you can even mix a little here with your stick. Incorporate it a little that way. Bring in a little black like that. Hit it with the torch. This piece can be done. Okay, now watch what that happens. Bam. So you could get it as loud or as calm as you really want. Now, let's say the customer walks in and hates it at this point. I could meld it all again. Torch it, mist it. Sometimes that's the best piece I've ever made. It's crazy. So the stuff is insanely forgiving, and it has a lot to do with the colors used on the piece. So, and the pastes and powders that we've selected and came up with work so well together. They fight each other, and they take, like, you don't have, you saw, I was just flinging epoxy on. So you could do it as little. Yeah, exactly. So sample boards go a long way. And as a contractor doing this, or as a homeowner, if you want to try this, they sell little 12-inch Lazy Susans at the Home Depot. They already have a rounded edge on them. I'll paint them white, and I'll do a sample for my customer or my wife or whoever it's going to be. And you'll learn so much just on that little piece. And then at the end of the job, like, okay, perfect. That's exactly what I want. And then when they're watching you make that, they can be like, can you add this or that? And then they fall in love with it. Now you're set free. They've signed off on that finish. And at the end of the job, I take that, I put felt feet on it. I write a thank you note on the bottom, my contact information, set it on their island with a thing of flowers for the wife. And I get more jobs every time. And it also has instructions on care and cleaning for the product. So it's a really cool DIY friendly product. Doesn't smell, and it gets your average granite job, low grade granite's about 14 grand nowadays. You could, instead of spending 14,000, you could spend 400 to 600 and have epoxy over your countertops. Completely update old worn out ones. We teach you how to repair damaged laminate, how to cut off that backsplash, repair it, make new stuff, put it up. We cover everything on the channel. And if you have 5% woodworking skills, you could knock this stuff out of the park. And at the end of my project, I'll come in and see how much less bubbles are popping. That's because all this epoxy, all the air bubbles have been working their way up. What's that?
That came out really nice right
That
there.
did. Let's add more of that. Oh my goodness gracious, we forgot the gold. It happens. All right, here's the Lux Gold. Uh-oh. I'm lubed up. Got it. Good thing there's barely, look at that stuff. So this will float on top and really shine. It'll catch the light as you walk by more so than others. So this is going to be really pretty. And we're getting kind of late on the epoxy. Like, remember how fluid it was?
Right.
See how much thick it is? So if it was our DIY product, it would be the same thickness as I started still. This is our faster stuff. The reason I'm using that here is so this isn't sticky all day. Because in about 2 hours, people are going to come by and start touching it. Watch. It happened yesterday.
I'll touch it right now.
I have alcohol. It'll get it off your hand. So here is that gold. Look at how pretty this is. I'm going to put... Yes, sorry. Golly.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I'm going to put it in this big vein here since we got so much going on there. Good call on the golds. That is pretty. Now we'll come show the camera.
Okay, Mitch, what's the biggest area that you've done an exotic for?
The biggest area? I've done a 15 by 15 bathroom floor. But, okay, countertop wise. So the cool thing about I've done probably a 120 square foot kitchen. But you can do them in 2 pours. Like, I'll mix up 2 gallons at a time in a 10-quart bucket. Color that in the same ratio. I'll mark where I want each color in every one of my buckets. I'll mix that up, I'll pour it back in, I'll pour it out. I'll go mix another 2-gallon kit. Same ratio of colors. No matter how I pour that back in, it's gonna come out looking like the same slab of granite. So you could go 5,000 square feet if you wanted. You're gonna mix just a gallon or 2 at a time, and the epoxy will meld and flow together and look like you poured it all out of one big run. Okay, here comes a bunch of this. I love the gold on here. And as I go around, you can see I'm rotating the paint stick. Oh, I don't like that. See that drizzle? I don't like that. That looks man-made really bad. So I'm gonna heat this part up because now we're late in the process. Heating it up will exaggerate the alcohol. So now the alcohol can erase some of the oopsie doopsies without touching it, right? Oh, watch out. Or you gotta let the alcohol dissipate before you bring the torch back. I've done that before. And my beard used to be a lot longer.
What is the shelf life?
The shelf life, that's a great question. The gentleman asked, what is the shelf life? So unopened, you got a year to 18 months, easy. As long as you keep it from freezing. So what happens is that there's high-end UV inhibitors in there that keep the product from yellowing, keeps it color fast. You'll never see black change colors. The white you may down the road, 5, 7 years down the road. But the older it is, those UV inhibitors are kind of going through their life, even if they're not seeing UV. So, but if you have a bunch of windows in your kitchen and you want to go white, I've gone in and tinted the windows with a crystal clear UV tint. It's not that much more. I pass it on to my customer, and that blocks the UV from yellowing that white. But we've got exciting product coming out very soon to solve that issue. The colorants we sell as well on the website. Oh, same. Those are forever. As long as you keep the lids on them. I have some of these that are years old, and they're fine. The dyes are fine as long as you keep the lids on. I've also had a lid stay off of them, and they're still fine. Great question.
Will the paste dry?
No, they will not. There's something in there. Neither will the dyes. Like if I leave a puddle of black dye on this plastic, weeks from now I'll touch it and it'll be wet. And you have to incorporate it into the resin too. So if I just drizzle it, it will stay wet if I left a big ribbon in there. So yeah, we have all sorts of color kits on the website. So if these dark colors don't tickle your fancy, we have all sorts of different ones. We also have woodworking epoxies, floor epoxies, whatever your heart desires.
You have several different dry times?
Yes, we do. So we have one that's, like I said, it's a good 60 to 80 minute work time, where it's really fluid the whole time. But again, that will be sandable between 18 and 24 hours later. This is sandable in 4 hours, but like it's already much thicker at this stage. So, but if I'm a contractor, I come in, bust it out, go grab lunch, come back, put my ultimate top coat on there, which is a roll-on water-based hybrid urethane, very scratch resistant, withstands heats up to 450 degrees. So if your cookie sheet hits it, not gonna ruin it. It's designed and formulated for the kitchen and bathroom. We took industrial grade epoxies, took the VOCs out of them, did as made them as user friendly as possible without compromising durability. And then it has to have a little flex for the overhangs, so it won't shatter. You know, my brother and I developed this epoxy from the start. We're about 7, 8 years old now, and probably have our epoxy in about 1 million kitchens across the country by now. Pretty cool. Anything from YouTube or Instagram?
If you will tell Ben has a question and wants to send a picture. If you will tell Ben to send a DM to me on Instagram,
Yes.
and I'll get his information.
Yeah, Ben, if he's on YouTube or Insta, shoot a DM to Instagram with your picture. Becca will get it to me, or we'll handle that together and we'll get your issue resolved. So guys, let me know what you think. You're very welcome, sir. Have a good rest of your show. I'm gonna grab my gloves off and give him a flyover.
Yeah, I forget how it,
And then we could go on a field trip. Yeah, Instagram, YouTube, thank you. We're gonna give you a quick little flyover. That was my demo on a pretty colorful soapstone. It's not really soapstone, but we were getting some pretty cool requests from the audience. I love what this white did. So go ahead and show them that, Becca. This is probably my favorite vein right here. Look how cool that is. That's your soapstone vein that you want to go for right there. That looks real. You'll see that in natural stone all day long. All right, YouTube, I haven't forgot about y'all. Here I come. Here we are. Oh, we got a lot watching. So there's the piece, guys. That's the soapstone vein you want to go for right there. So just build you a little background. We kind of went wild and crazy, but we got some requests from the audience. Man, that gold shines, doesn't it? What y'all think of that gold? Let me know in the comments. Thank you, Kimberly. Lundquist, my last name's Quist. We may be distant cousins. Welcome to the fam. Oh, there we go.
That's big.
Yeah, Instagram. Thanks for being with me. Share the video, help us grow. It gives you more amazing content. And come back to the Texas Woodworking Festival. Come see us next year. Or is it every other year?
Every year.
Every year. Come back and see us. This place is amazing. It's the funnest trade show I've ever been a part of. See ya. All right, YouTube, what's up? What up, Christy? All right, guys, let's go for a quick little field trip if y'all want, but I got to get my shoes back on because I don't want to get epoxy. What y'all think of those shoes? Ah, the hearts come up. That's awesome. I love the blue in there. So do I. That color is blue earth. And this vein right here, I just buried all three colors, and then the alcohol brought it to life. Man, look at the gold in there though too. That gold is like floating and becoming translucent over that white. Ooh la la. I don't know why I've never used this gold in here before. I'm digging it. This vein. Dang, that's sick. Just sent the pics. All right, Ben. Thank you, buddy. You have it in your bathroom and showers. How did it turn out, Energy? Thanks for watching. Look at that vein. Woo! That's one of my favorite soapstone veins ever. Bear with me. Got to get the right shoe on. Sound like Michael Jordan. All right, let's go on a field trip. Surf Prep, there's Scott. Here's our wood shop epoxy, guys. Here's our booth. There's Adam, that's my brand manager. He's the guy behind the scenes, making things happen. So this is the Texas Woodworking Festival.
They end up in summer now. That's okay.
This is the table y'all been seeing on the
Do you have a card?
Instagram.
I don't have one on me now. I didn't think to bring it in.
That's all right.
Black here, we got black.
Look, it's literally just signs like that.
All right. Let's go for a quick field trip. Juanita Air Systems. Your vac solutions. Woodcraft in the house. Tools I wish I had. I want some of these saws as well. All right. Now, check out these guys. Stay tuned. We're going to go check out these boys and girls out there at Texas Company, and they ship wood slabs across the country. So we're going to go out, check out their office, their shop, and their amazing work. But they actually have their own kiln out here in Texas. And we're going to go grab some of their products and slap some epoxy on it. Say what's up. All right, now we got the mullet boys. All you epoxy fabricators and flooring guys, this is the pro tip on how to start out on a budget. So you could slap this dust separator right in front of your 6.5 horse shop vac. In this case, they're using this Milwaukee. But this separates all that concrete dust before it hits your filter. When I'm starting out, when guys are starting out in the trade, especially going from DIY to professional, you don't have the money. A professional shop, a professional HEPA vac for floors is $2 to $6 grand. This thing's 200 bucks. Most people have a 6.5 horse or 6 horse, shop vac. You now can grind your single, 2 or 3 car garage with this bad boy in front of it and capture all the dust, and you're not bashing out that filter. Now another cool thing, this gal's talking about it. Look at that bench on. Good. I wish you could hear what she's saying. But this is what I'm gonna use for my rock face edge creation. It's crazy, like look at that bad boy. It's got the vac, it's got the bag. I'm gonna mount that on my table so when I'm fabricating rock face edges, all that dust gets sucked up and gone. I'm not breathing it. This place is sweet. Look at the planes. I've learned a couple things out here, guys. When I was done with my demo, I had 30 to 50 people, and I asked them, how many of all was the first time you ever seen epoxy used like this? I was making countertops. Probably half of them raised their hand and said it was their first time. So I don't know what the heck I'm doing wrong, But I need to go to more trade shows, I think. But there's not enough people know that this is a solution to save tons of money on your bathroom and kitchen finishes. So anyway, oh, I got one more to show y'all. This guy, I'm buying this tool. It's a router plate, and it mounts to your trim router. It mounts to your, you know, any size router, but it makes your router like a baby CNC by hand. So I've been wanting to do the hexagon pattern in the woodworking, right? We all seen that. But you usually need a CNC machine, and that is not cheap at all. You know, you're talking 8 to 15 grand for a hobbyist CNC machine. Where the heck is he? Well, you guys are seeing the whole show. But this guy, you can mount your router. It's got a clear plate, got little handles on it, and you could follow patterns. But in this case, I'm going to clamp on some straight edges and show you how I could do the hexagon pattern with the hand router. But now I can't find the guy. Guys, crush the like button if you've had fun on Not One Mullet in Sight. That's hilarious. They should have a mullet, one of them. Have you been enjoying the field trip? Oh, here he is. Awesome, I found him. So I'm gonna do a collab with this guy. It's way cool. Here we are. And the reason I saw it is because I saw the shiny epoxy down here. But watch this. See the plate? So you pretty much turn your trim router into the CNC machine. And he looked up and laughed and didn't even mess up. And that's way cool, guys. Check this out. See what I'm saying? You got your base plate, you got your handles. You could see through this base plate and you can see everything you're routering. You don't need a freaking CNC machine. It's amazing. These guys have their own YouTube channel. What's your YouTube channel?
It's Old Days 100, or you can look up Maker Wood Signs.
Maker Wood Signs. Go follow them on YouTube. We're gonna go collab. Maker Wood Signs, right up here. It's not that time yet, but it's getting close. All right. Hey, how much does this one run?
All our base plates are 30 bucks.
30 bucks.
Yes, sir, for the trim routers.
How you sell bigger ones?
We do. We have bigger ones. Those are 40.
40 bucks, and that'll fit pretty much any router?
Yeah, we have them for individual routers, or if we don't have your own router, then we have a blank and you can drill your own holes.
It'll come without the holes?
Yeah, we do have
Sweet.
those available. Yes,
Right
sir.
on, man. Where do we find you at?
You can find us at makerwoodsign.com or the website or the YouTube channel. We're
Yes,
all
sir.
over the place,
Heck
man.
yeah. So Stone Coaters, this is what I was telling you about. I'm gonna grab a few of these and we're gonna be showing them on the channel here soon. All right, thanks, buddy.
You got it, man.
Cool work. All righty. All right, I'm out of here. There we are. Say what's up. We're out of here. All right, guys. Thanks for being with me on this amazing little field trip. Had a great time. It's been a good show. I got to go do a sanding demo there with Surf Prep. We're bringing Surf Prep's abrasives into our polishing kit. Their abrasives are amazing. They get to that high gloss finish easier, faster, and with less pads. It's going to be awesome. Thanks for watching, and from all of us here at Stone Coat Epoxy, don't forget you got this, and we'll see you on the next video.